Hello, everyone. It is Mark Berman from TVMI. I am coming to you live from the Winter Television Critics Association Press Tour in Pasadena, and we are brought to you by the sponsorship group for public television. PBS delivers the smart, engaged audience that you need for your brand. SGP TV, the best sponsorship on PBS, is available at sgptv.org. And I am here with Jeff Meier, who is the Senior Vice President at getTV.
Hello,
to see
Jeff.
You, Mark. I'm a big fan. We met last summer.
Yes.
We were talking about classic movies.
Yes.
And your outlet is about to celebrate a one-year anniversary.
Yeah, we're very excited about that. On February 3rd, we're turning one. It's been a really exciting year for us.
Right.
We saw an opportunity to bring classic movies to a broadcast audience. We're a digital sub-channel, so people can get us over their antennas.
Right.
And that audience, we're trying to bring back sort of like the $1 million, the $1 million movie that you used to get in syndication back in the 70s. We're the $1 million movie 24 hours a day. So we're very excited about it, and it's going well. Hopefully building more in the new year.
And you're theming your programming to various things happening. I know you just recently did something on Frank Sinatra's 99th birthday.
Right. We were very excited what we were able to do for his birthday. We found this old TV variety show that he did in the 50s, and he had done a Christmas episode with just him and Bing Crosby. And even though we're mostly movies, we thought that having this kind of rare TV appearance from two major movie stars would be really cool, and it tied in with Christmas and tied in with his 99th birthday, and we hope to do more things like that. But yes, being a 24-hour-a-day movie network, you sort of have to figure out ways to come up with themes and break it up and help people move around the schedule. So we do a number of things. Every Friday night we have an icon of the week where we do a double feature of a particular star. We usually try and tie it in with birthdays because it presents a good occasion to celebrate that star.
Anyone in particular recently or coming up?
Oh, well, coming up, we've actually, in February, we've got Kim Novak.
I love Kim Novak. Picnic, love it.
We've got our whole, in addition to those Friday night double features, we've also got a whole theme of the month that we always do, and sometimes there we pick a star too. So in February we're doing Jack Lemmon, for example, and we've got probably 10, 12 Jack Lemmon movies that we're going to spread out through Monday nights over the course of the month. We have westerns every Saturday. We try and pick our big sort of marquee titles to show on Sunday nights. Just the whole gamut of movies, sort of from the 30s to the 70s.
I was going to ask you that. Is there a decade that you have more titles of, or it's basically 30s to 70s, all of those decades pretty equally represented?
I'd say we probably emphasize the 50s through the 70s a little bit more than the 30s and 40s, just because there's an audience that, as much as people love classic movies, there is an audience that doesn't necessarily want to watch as much black and white, and so we try and keep a good enough mix of color on the channel to keep that audience engaged while still sprinkling in the more classic ones.
It's amazing to me when you think of these classic movies, and now the 70s is considered a decade where there were classics.
Yeah.
I'm thinking, my God, what happened to the time? Once the 80s get into that mode of classics, I'm going to be on the 90s. Forget it. Now, do you have titles? Do you also have the various? There used to be all these old shorts that used to be seen, the gang shorts, the Laurel and Hardy shorts. Do you have any of those? Would you run something like that? The Bowery Boys?
We haven't done that yet, but we would do it. We do have shorts in the library. I think the whole process of getting launched is a grueling one for any channel, and getting on the air, getting all the kinks worked out of getting your programming delivered on time, and we screen everything for standards and practices. All that stuff, getting the wheels moving and the people working efficiently. That's been year one. Now now we get to experiment. So shorts, cartoons.
Right.
Somebody was asking me the other day about newsreel, old
Sure.
newsreels.
Yeah, sure. Sure.
I don't know that I've got the access to the old newsreels yet. I haven't found that yet. But all the other stuff is sort of in the works. And the thing that's tricky is that a lot of this stuff still only exists on film. It hasn't been on TV in a long time, or in some cases ever. And so trying to dig through the sort of film archives to find out, yeah, it's there, but we don't have it in a form you can show yet, or it's going to cost $100,000 to transfer it into a form you can show. And navigating all that, you're able to find some gems, but you're also, it's sad. Some of it gets lost to the ages.
Now, are you like a Robert Osborne that basically has seen every movie?
Oh no. I wish.
Because he's seen everything, I think.
No, I mean, a lot of this stuff is exploring it for the first time for me too.
Right.
A lot of, I have a team of people, and everybody's got their own sort of specialties where they've seen a lot.
Right.
But a lot of it is, a lot of this process is us reading about the movies and learning about them and saying, hey, we'd like to see that, so let's go put it on the air.
Well, I'm going to speak as a fan for a moment. If I had, if we're sitting here talking, what I would love to see personally is, I remember as a kid watching the old Bowery Boy movies on Sundays in New York when we were in New York City. I remember on Sunday mornings you had the old Blondie series. Remember Blondie and Dagwood? Love the Our Gang shorts. I think that would be really cool. Now, in terms of your total library, how many titles do you have, do you think, available?
Well, we, as you know, getTV is owned by Sony, and so we have the assets of Columbia Pictures. Kind of, that's sort of the first place we look to program the channel. But we can go, and we have gone outside of Columbia Pictures, and we could go anywhere. So. Even though Bowery Boys may not be in the Columbia Pictures library, doesn't mean we couldn't go find it.
Well, I immediately, when you say Columbia, the first thing that comes out of my mind is the Three Stooges. But
yeah, and so we would love to run Three Stooges. I think it's actually licensed somewhere right now.
I believe so. Right.
We have had access to some of their movies, some of their full-length features. We haven't been able to put on the shorts yet. Thinking about those sort of serialized things, though, I guess this month in January, our theme of, if next month is Jack Lemmon, but this month we're doing Boston Blackie movies.
Oh, great!
And so they're not quite the shorts that you're talking about. They're full length movies. We've done that. We've done The Lone Wolf. We've done a series called Crime Doctor. So we like kind of finding those old serialized sort of B titles that that would be
really cool. Now, we are going to continue this conversation, but I have to cut this short because of the length that we can do this. So I'm going to say goodbye, but you're going to stay here, and you're going to come back, and we're going to pretend it's the next day, okay?
Okay.
All right, I am Mark Berman, and you are Jeff Meier, and we will be back tomorrow with more conversation about getTV. Thank you very much.